Alright, today I'm going to give you guys a detailed look at this Gears of War 3 2-pack, and it is Marcus and Locus. And here's what the figures look like in packaging, and this is a Toys R Us exclusive because it comes with the Flaming Hammerburst and the Flaming Lancer. And on the side it shows a picture of the Locust, and on this side it shows a picture of Marcus. Alright, and here's the back of the packaging. As you can see, it shows the figure, Marcus Fenix, and here's a read up. You're welcome to pause it and read it. And then down here there's the Locust, and that's his read up. You're welcome to pause it. And then Gears of War, collect them all. Here they are. There's Carmine, Marcus, Baird, whatever her name is, I don't remember. Then there's Dom, that's Coltrane. Alright, and let's start off with something that I am extremely disappointed with. As you can see, the figure, why did I put him in this pose? It's because that's how far his arm could lower. That is extremely disappointing. I don't know if if there's a joint, there's a ball hinge there, which I'll show you guys in detail in the deconstruction area. But then that ball hinge, for some reason, it doesn't move. I hope it's just mine, but if they molded out a ball hinge out of one piece, then that's extremely disappointing. Alright, want to show you a little deconstruction of this arm piece. As you can see, there's a hole right here, and you see his shirt right there, the brown piece and the white piece. It's basically right there on this side, and the joint that he has now is that he could swivel back and forth like this way because of those two pegs, one on top and one at the bottom. And then there's a ball hinge. I don't know whether this is a real ball hinge or not, but this thing pegs in there, so he could actually rotate that way. But this joint itself, it won't move, so his arm cannot move outward and down to the side. So I don't know if that's a real joint or not, because it looks like a molded out of one piece there. And then the bicep, there's a swivel right there, and then a double jointed elbows, and then there's a hinge on the hand there, and a swivel. So there's the hole, and if you look closely inside, you can definitely see the shirt piece for the collar. Shirt is the white piece, and then the skin tone would be the neck piece, and then you can kind of see what's going on in there. The reason I took this apart was because when I tried to move the arm, this whole thing came out, and I thought I broke it, but actually I didn't, because there are just two peg holes there for this shoulder piece to sit on. Alright, this here looks to not be a real joint, because on the base here I notice, I push this over a little bit, see the base right here, there's a piece of plastic that touches this part and also this part. So it looks to be molded as a one piece. I don't know why they did it that way, but from what I could tell here, this looks to be a one piece. Alright, and here's a close look at the weapons itself. Here's the Flaming Lancer. As you can see, the top is painted gray, and then there's orange, and then underneath they actually put some yellow coloring on there. So that is a very nice paint job. And same thing for the Hammerburst. The top is more of a silver grayish color, and then gradually turns to orange, and then on the bottom those highlights are painted with yellow. And here's the Retro Lancer, which is really nice. Can't wait to get my hands on that 1:1 scale one. And here's the regular hammer purse with that removable that cylinder thing in there. Here's a closer look at the retro lancer. Quite a nice figure, nice weapon, and looks like they didn't just paint it with one color. They used a couple of them. Actually, it looks like there are 3 or 4 colors there. There's the black, there's a gray, oh no, there's a brown, then there's a silver, and then there's a red right up front. Really, really nice. And here's the other side. Nicely painted. Definitely happy with this one. And let's do a closer look at Marcus Fenix, the new uniform that he has in Gears of War 3. Chest plates are now silver with some orange, yellow bits there. On the chest there's a little blue piece, and the belt looks really nice. They even got a little skull in the middle, and some canteens and pouches and all that stuff. And very cool figure indeed. The detail they put in is just tremendous. How much crap they put in. Not crap, but how many little bits and pieces they have on him. Here's the boots, pouches, arm, more. Now let's look at the back side. Check out that armor. Looks amazing. Lots of pouches, and I will go into articulation in just a second. There are definitely some new articulation here, but are they really making this figure better? You have to be the judge yourself. Alright, as far as articulation, head is on a ball joint, and then on the chest, now he has a new articulation around the stomach area. He could pivot forward and back, and then there is a swivel as well too on the base of the waist there, around the belt area. So this thing, the stomach area, it could only move up forward and back, but on the base of it you could actually rotate as well too, which I don't think I could do it with one hand. And then on the shoulders here, it could move forward and back now. There's they added this new joint, so now his arms could move forward and back. And then on the bicep there is a swivel. The swivel is hidden underneath right there. You can see how that is. In the deconstruction I showed you that there's a ball hinge, but it's a fake ball hinge inside. So his arm could still move forward and back, and it kind of rotates, but it will not lower to the side. And then on the elbows here, they're double jointed, and on the wrist there is a hinge there, and it also rotates. And then on the hip area, this is quite a nice articulation. I mean, he could move in and out, forward and back, and then the thigh joint is right there. It could rotate as well too. I mean, it could. Let's see if I could do this with one hand. Right there, it moves. It kind of moves. Move left and right. I mean, there's a swivel there on the thigh area, but now it's hidden, kind of hidden, unlike these figures where there's a cut joint right in the middle of the thigh. And as far as the knees, they can bend and rotate, and they did a little cut right there, so his knees could actually bend a little bit, but not a whole lot. He cannot do a 90-degree angle there, and it is still blocked so he cannot do that kneeling down pose like he did in the publicity photo. And knees, there's a ball hinge there. It could actually pivot quite a lot. Let me show you. And this is regularly when you want them standing, and see how far you could pivot that leg all the way back. So that's quite a large range of motion, unlike the previous Gears figure where you just pivot a little bit forward and back, but now you could do a whole lot with it. But even though a lot of articulation, he can't do that many dynamic poses because there are some issues with it, like the knees here. I mean, if they, well, I guess I could modify that myself. And once you remove that piece, if you really want to, remove that piece of plastic there at the end, then you could have him bend a little further back to more of a 90-degree angle for him to kind of have that kneeling down pose. As you can see right now, this is as far as he could kneel down. I mean, the hips, it's perfect. They got it to the point where he could do a 90-degree. But then it's the knees, that's the problem right there. So currently it would be impossible for Marcus to pull off this pose. I mean, I think with that joint, with that ball hinge added there, he could actually do this, because his hand could actually pivot forward and back, so he can kind of do that pose if they added that ball hinge there, a working ball hinge there. And what's sad is that the Locus Grunt, an older figure from 2008, can hold the hammerburst with 2 hands, while the new one, with all these articulation, can't hold it with 2 hands. As far as the Locus Grunt, he is basically a reissue of the previous release Locust. And same thing, he comes with a hammerburst. Well, 2 hammerbursts now, because one is a regular color and one is the flaming. And the pistol is removable, while the knife is not. That one is a one piece there. Let me pull out the pistol. And here's a look at the pistol. Very nice indeed. And as far as articulation for this Locus Grunt, head is on a swivel, shoulders ball hinge, bicep there's a swivel, and then there's a hinge elbows, and a swivel wrist, and chest there's a swivel there, and then it's a V crotch, so it's a swivel hips, and then bicep there's a cut joint right there. And then the knees are ball jointed, and then the ankles are ball jointed as well. And none of these grenades and knife are removable. They are glued on to them. And here's Marcus with a retro lancer on his back and holding the flaming lancer. And the same thing for Locust. He's carrying a hammerburst on his back and holding a flaming lancer. I mean, flaming hammerburst. Alright, and here are the 2 figures. One of these fighting pose, I guess. And another thing I want to mention is that I use almost all the tricks, every tricks that I could think of to loosen up the joints, because they are very stiff. I used the refrigerator trick to loosen up a lot of the joints, because a lot of them are sticking together. And then I also used the hair dryer trick to soften up the hand a little bit, so the Locust could actually grip the hammerburst properly. And then yeah, and then I also taken off that shoulder piece with the hot water, and then hair dryer. I used them all, so it is a little hassle, but But after messing with it, that's the only way I could figure out that he's missing that one very important shoulder ball hinge joint there. But either way, this is a nice set for 30 bucks at Toys R Us. I mean, it's definitely worth picking up. Alright, after messing with this guy for another half an hour, I noticed that he can hold the Lancer with 2 hands now. Or any other weapons. The problem is, this shoulder has a ball hinge, a working ball hinge, a real ball hinge, while this arm here has a fake ball hinge. I just don't fucking get it. So what I did was I took this arm apart as well, and then I started using an X-Acto knife, just cutting where the joint is. I noticed that this part, the middle part, is hard plastic, while the outer part is soft plastic. And then I started noticing there's a gap, and then I messed with it a little bit, and then I heated it up, and it started moving. And then I was like, hey, there's a ball hinge right here, so this one actually moves. But then what the hell? Why did they make this one a fake one, while on this side they have a real one? I just don't freaking get what the hell they're doing over there. I mean, I hope this is just mine, that they made a mistake on, but why would they mold this whole thing in one solid piece, while the other one, it's a two pieces? I just don't freaking get it. So what pisses me off now, even more than before, is the fact that one arm could lower down to his side there, while this one doesn't. So what the hell, NECA? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? You made this great figure. No, I mean, I have to say this is a great figure. But why the hell would you guys make one ball hinge there, a working ball hinge, while on this side you make a non-working one? I just don't freaking get this. Oh my god. So I hope this is a problem that's just on mine and not for everyone else. I mean, this side has a real ball hinge, while this side has a fake one. And I asked NECA about it via Twitter, but they haven't responded, so I'm not sure. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully other people has a perfect Marcus instead of mine. There's only one arm that can't lower down. So does that mean that everyone has to buy 2 in order to make one perfect Marcus? So I don't know. I mean, that really pisses me off about this. I just don't get why they can't put another ball hinge on this side. I just don't freaking get this. And that's it. Thanks for watching.